You are a marshmallow pie with Neapolitan sprinkles. Have you seen this chart before? We're going to go deeper. This chart unlocks the secret to crypto. Yeah, man, I got a lot of ratios that tell big stories. This is Bitcoin versus Nasdaq. Now, what I've done here, friends, in a nice chart for you, I've made it pretty. You see that first part of the chart is Bitcoin going up. See this white part? That's accelerating huge. And then look at the red part. See how much it's slowed down? So that's this chart here. Look at this. See, it was going up a lot. And then something happened here. Something happened and we started slowing down. What the hell happened? I'll tell you what happened. So instead of wasting our time, friends, we'll just go right into it. We have crossing the chasm, which is this technology adoption curve here. We crossed the chasm. Some say chasm. I'm going to play some pump music for the chasm believers. Crypto entered the zeitgeist of humanity and the early majority came in. Now, most people don't believe it. Why? Because they get upset. Because when you say the early majority came, it implies you're not that early today. But you got to swallow it up, princess. So even a 5-time vaxxer can see something change in this chart, friends. You see this chart here? See, it used to go up a lot, and now it's slowed down. Like, what's the controversy with it? See, look at it, friends. Early, late. So you have to say it right. That's why, a lot of our biases, they creep into things all the time when we're measuring data and markets and everything. So we're trying to just remove ourselves from that. So the early innovation of Bitcoin, the people who believed in it, innovators, early adopters, I have them here, right? These people. You have Roger Ver, you have Richard Hart, you have Antonopoulos, okay? Even Da Vinci J15. These are the true visionaries. Roger Ver sold his sports car, I think a Lambo or Ferrari, for $400,000, and then he bought Bitcoin with it back in 2011. I think it was $1. Yeah. Can you believe it? He bought it anywhere from $1 to $4. So the guy has I think he has about 200,000 BTC, and he's a full believer. You want to talk about a visionary, dude? That's a freaking visionary. But then look what happened with Bitcoin Cash. So that's why, friends, I'm here to just show you some of our biases creep in, right? Because you have something great like you have Roger Ver, who's a visionary there, but then you go and look at the Bitcoin Cash to BSV chart. Look at this. Just go, Bitcoin Cash to BTC ratio. This is BCH Bitcoin, right? See how it just lost value? So you can be right about things and then unfortunately lure people to their deaths because you get something wrong with the market. That's why I don't sit here and say, market, you like this. This is better. I don't do that. I'm not God. Okay? Just a humble peanut brain. What I try to do is, in this squeaky chair and pointy elbows and fluffy slippers, is to try to just observe what is everybody thinking and feeling right now. I'm trying to read the room. A comedian, they get a microphone, they're trying to read the room, okay? Politicians are trying to read the room. Everyone, you have to read the room. But reading the room sounds like it's a personal people thing all the time, and it is true, but there's a lot of data to kind of help you. And these ratios, they reveal themselves to us. So if we look at this technology adoption curve, friends, what happened after crossing the chasm, we had this is early majority called pragmatics. So pragmatic, what does it mean? It means, we have a better way. That's what pragmatic means. It's like, hey, I don't have any biases right now. This is actually a better thing. That was 2017. 2017, we had the renaissance of meme coins, Bizanacci. You had John McAfee. You have all these people appearing. We saw that. We had Tim Draper, who comes in and says, man, Bitcoin's just a better money. It keeps governments honest. So instead of the early visionary anarchist view, where it's like, we want to take you down, instead of that view, it evolved. It evolved from we want to take down the government. Because remember, early Bitcoin friends, the most gains you made in Bitcoin was believing Bitcoin was FU money. And as an example, look at this. If you believe Bitcoin was FU money back in 2010, look at this, it's 20 cents. It comes back here to $2. This is Richard Hart buying up here in Da Vinci. Both Da Vinci J15 and Richard Hart bought Bitcoin up here. They both go offside 94%, and then they held it and it came back. Okay, so but even when you think it's FU money at $2, look at this, man. That's a huge, handsome gain you get ahead. It goes from, look at this, from even if you got $4, here you go, it does a freaking 300x for you just in the next few years. So you get rewarded for this anarchist view. However, After 2017, the Pragmatics come in, where they go, all right, anarchy and FU money, move to the side, man. This is just a better system. There's a monetary policy that you can see. It keeps people honest. It's fair. It's transparent. You see? Unfortunately, though, friends, in 2021, you and I sat through conservatives entering. Michael Saylor. Friends, conservatives, right? What's conservatives? Maybe CEOs of a company that want to save cash. You see, Bitcoin, the language of Bitcoin Max is, it's no longer an investment vehicle. It's a savings vehicle. Did you notice that? Did you notice the switch of the vernacular? Which is just another word for verbs and words. They changed the words. It's no longer an investment thing. It was never an investment. They never used the word investment. They just say savings, man. That was like from 2021. We're now entering the conservatives. We're now entering Michael Saylor shilling to other CEOs, saying, do you have a couple of $100 million on your balance sheet where you're losing 7% per year holding cash? It's getting diluted by the money printer. So you should store something in the cybernetic hornet's nest, Bitcoin. World's digital New York real estate. Pew, pew, pew. That's what he's basically telling everyone to do. And Bitcoin was growing at 55% per year. Now it's down to like 40% per year. That's its growth rate on average. But if you're being diluted at 7% per year and you're growing at 40, you're ahead. That's beautiful. If you're holding cash, earning like a couple of percent per year, and you're being diluted by the money printer by 7, you're losing. So companies that have cash, that work so hard for their cash, they want to store their value, right? See, this is conservative, friends. This is like, oh, conservative means that there's no belief anymore. Believing was the anarchy. Believing was this area, man. It's slowing down. Believing is in like, we're a better money, F you. That's the belief. That's the highest gains. Now you get the lower gains. Do you want to know what Bitcoin was growing per year in the first 5 years, friends? It was growing at 420% per year. That's 5x per year. So even if, friends, you put in $100, just $100, you have 500, 2,500, 12,500, 62,500, 312,500. You have $312,000 after 5 years. And you're still holding for 10 years after that, right? Because we're still here today. So in the first 5 years, you turn $100 into $300,000 with Bitcoin if you got in at the start. And now it's only the year 2014. You've still got another. You end up like worth 300 million today or whatever. Ends up still because it's still compounding, right? Just the growth rate slowed down. That's crazy. So these conservatives, friends, the growth rate slows down. It's becoming more mature. But if you listen to Plan B, he's got his stock to flow model. They got 450K and all these other big numbers coming. I hope they come, bro. I hope they come. Just we look around. We're not seeing signs of innovators here. We're not. We're seeing signs of the world's starting to believe. When the world's starting to believe, bro, that's not anarchy innovative, okay? That's Michael Saylor, the CEOs, and Bitcoin Spot ETF comes in, which is the nail in the coffin, by the way. Look on the far right. Skeptics and Laggards. Like, you're a laggard. You're so lazy, you don't even want to learn how crypto works. You want to just buy an ETF. You're literally lagging at the end. And by the way, you needed a government to approve some signatures for you to tell you that it's okay. You can't be any more of a laggard than that. You can't. So back to this chart, right? Bitcoin, Nasdaq, friends. Nasdaq is slowing down. So Bitcoin's slowing down against Nasdaq, man. Look at that red line, friends. You can't ignore that. Now, I hope we continue up. I really do. I really hope that this thing breaks up to the upside, and I'll show you right now. I really want to see, this slow down. I hope it can kind of like do something like that. But still, man, like, look, this was the winning part, man. Look at this stuff, friend. Look at this. Up. See this? Bang, bang. That's big. Now look at these. Ugh. There's a reason it's happening, though. Okay, so you have Bitcoin slowing down. Now, most people, it's contrarian to even say Bitcoin's slowing down because we see Bitcoin dominance high, so we think Bitcoin's winning in crypto, but it's losing to stonks. It's losing to the money supply. It's slowing down. Now, mark my words, right? As this becomes apparent later on, let's say Bitcoin dominance is much lower and everything's fast forward in the future. I can already see the narratives that Bitcoin Maxis are saying. They're saying, Jiminy Jellickers, I don't mind this slowed down growth rate because it's fully decentralized and it's a perfect store of money. Basically, friends, that is a long way of saying cope. It is. They basically justify their lower growth rate. That's why they're uttering those words. They'll be saying, well, no, it's okay to get that because like with the tech stock, not everybody in the world can save in a tech stock. The government owns it. They're backpedaling here. They're trying to just basically just describe to you why it's okay for them to still hold it. Now, I hope it keeps growing up. I hope it keeps going great. I'm long Bitcoin. We're long. Okay, we got it. But just showing you this contrarian plays to have here. And we're in altcoins. We know crypto, the new network effects and all these. We're on the right path, man. I know we're on the right path. Now, does all of it make sense though, right? And the answer is yes, right? Bitcoin is a singular asset and the Nasdaq is a cheat mode index, which is only taking the winner companies and selling off the losing ones and rebalancing. That's the most important part. So even though Nasdaq is stonks, it's a cheat index. They're rebalancing so much that they're always having the top winners, and then the losers, they're basically cutting out. And you can't just do this for any country in the world. It's just America has obviously the golden goose there. It's innovation. It's everybody's trying to compete. Capitalism. It works really well there. Now, I'm not saying go buy the Nasdaq, right? Obviously, the government wants you to. I'm not saying to go do that. I'm just telling you that something is happening here. Like we're hearing Bitcoin $13 million target from Michael Saylor, and then I'm showing you like, bro, this doesn't look like we're gonna like destroy the Nasdaq. This looks like we're just gonna have a premium on top of the Nasdaq. Look, friends, it might come down to maybe Scaramucci was right. Crypto, it might just be like the 9th S&P 500 sector. That's what it might be. It's like, okay, they print money units get allocated, people like make more innovation stuff. It's like high growth and it's still linking to the rest of the economy. Which is, trust me, I know, I've said it to you, like, what's so controversial about that? Well, think about the biggest Bitcoin believers. Think about Max Kaiser, religious experience. They don't want that. They don't want that at all. They literally want Bitcoin as this religious symbol to remain there forever and everybody to use it as a currency, and it flips the US dollar in terms of market cap, which is 100 trillion market cap. Okay, they're $20 million Bitcoin. That's what they really want. So I don't think we're going to get that world, man. I think that's like saying, Elon Musk with his Tesla, he's going to make his own country one day and people can just buy batteries from him and cars and they'll be able to like run their own homes with electricity from the Tesla battery and solar panels, and he's going to have a robot, and the robot, you'll be able to code anything into a robot to go and murder people, steal packets of chips from the grocery store, and the government has nothing to do with it because the thing's so powerful. Now, it might sound like a bit of a stretch to you now, but you got to understand we're literally saying the same thing in crypto. When people who aren't in crypto, the skeptics looking at us, they're like, bro, there is no way you guys are going to have that dream, you know? And by the way, mathematically we can't, because for us to get the prices up high, it means we've onboarded all the people in the existing system. And then if they're onboarded their money in, they are linked to the existing system. So it's one in the same. It's literally the internet. Internet's another good example. The internet does have censoring and regulation and stuff. You can't have like child abuse and animal abuse just posted everywhere, right? So you're starting to see how this is forming. Now, we're still early enough because you and I, friends, bro, you didn't buy Bitcoin in 2011. Who gives a shit? You understand? But they care. I know they care because they want, this is the one thing. I know, man. When you find one thing, you don't want it to ever change. You never want it to change. It's like your own child. I know. But go argue with the Zoomer kids coming in, man. Decentralization is just a meme to them. The winning companies in the Nasdaq are soaking up high currency growth units compared to Bitcoin. Gold also loses to US stock indexes over time. This world, friends, is global networks and nodes and everything out here. So it's a very, very beautiful picture, isn't it? So that's why I go on to explain here. Both the tech company sectors and Bitcoin, they're just networks. They're priceless networks. That's Amazon, friends. Amazon was going up. It wasn't making any profit. You know, everyone looks at Amazon today like, oh, I should have bought it. Dude, I literally remember watching these random Bloomberg things. They were talking about every day how overpriced to the shit house Amazon is. in 2008, 2010, 2012, 2013. That's all they kept talking about. It's to have a price based off its earnings. And I was like looking at it like, because I was watching Warren Buffett stuff. I'm like, how the hell does this thing keep going up and up and up? Let me show you the chart, right? I'm just watching it. How the hell, man? You're not making any profit. And I can show you this, right? Amazon, bro. You're watching Amazon, friends. You're like, whoa, bubble. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're in a big bubble right now, buddy. You're going to pop right now. $24. No. Here comes 36. Here comes 48. Here comes 60. Okay, now you've gone way, way, way too far, buddy. You have got, look at this. You're in a big, big, big bubble, sir. Bang, 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 bang. 186. We're like looking at 20 and $25. Now it's 186. You see? So what was happening, friends, is Amazon, it was being priced as a network because they were putting all their warehouses and stuff all around the Metcalfe. And their website was so global, everyone was using it. So literally, it's Metcalfe's law, friends. It's literally Metcalfe's law. So Amazon, this is just, look at this, Metcalfe's law. Whee! See that? It's being priced as a network, which is fascinating because maybe crypto is too. Maybe. Of course it is. Of course crypto is priced as a network. It's not priced as a company that's like being, that has priced earnings because there are none. You see? It's a whole new system. A different asset class. So gold, friends, is interesting, right? So I'm here to tell you, gold is another network, but people don't see it like that. They think gold is money. Gold is money. Yeah, bro, what's money? Money is a network. Gold is the oldest network. Gold. Thousands of years of age, right? Kingdoms. Ancient Egyptians. There's gold everywhere. Wear it as jewelry. It's always there. Everyone knows to accept it. Everyone accepts gold out there. They'll take it. It's the oldest network effect in the world. And it's a network effect. By the way, that's what a unit of an economy or a currency is anyway, friends. If there's just me and you, if you and I just trade shoes, like let's say like we trade one brown shoe between each other, and that's our bartering system. Our network is actually just two people. It's nothing. But imagine we could get the entire country of Chile to start trading with shoes. Now we've got a marketplace for shoes. You see? Two people is nothing. But gold, right? It's international. So that's what the tech companies started doing. They're not priced like these typical Johnson & Johnson stuff. Now, it's funny, the market ends up being right because they do get the people, they end up being priced with all the people in there. And then for somehow they just find a way to get profit and revenue out of that system. It's amazing. It's almost like, friends, a city, let's say a city has 1 million people in there, just 1 million, and then it has a certain GDP. And then you were to go forecast, I'm going to put another city over there, across the continent, but this one's going to have like 20 million people. And imagine there was a stock price for them, and the market would know, okay, there's 1 million people here. Oh, there's 20 million people over there. Let's give it like 20x. That's what markets are doing pretty much because the market would know, okay, 1 million people collects certain amount of taxes and land property taxes and it makes certain amount of state revenue. Okay, 20 million people will just make 20x that. It actually works. It's wild. And it also makes sense, friends, because the market's not dumb, right? When you have a megaphone and you're yelling to each other, you can shill anything to the community, to the people inside the network. Okay, so right now, after seeing all this, we are still currently loading a big alt season. After all of that, we're still loading big alt season because you're seeing Bitcoin slow down, maturing. Where are the new cities? Altcoins. Crypto's the new cities. They are the new cities. Bitcoin is still a new city, but after everything I've shown you, the visionaries and like they're winning. They've won so much of the race, right? But they're acting like it's still like lap 1. Bro, you're on like lap 36 now. You see? In the future, right, it's likely we're just going to have to see the Nasdaq index. We're going to have a crypto index when all of them come in. But right now you can't do it too much, right? Because so many coins each year or 2 or 3 are like out of the index. It was like a 30% shift. Right? There's like a huge rotation. You can't rebalance that much. It's like it's so volatile. But investing in crypto, friends, you're investing in like the others index. It's you can do total crypto market cap, but this is like the others index, what you're investing in, right? So you're hoping that it goes up over time, which is what we're doing. So it's the same as the Bitcoin chart, right? But it carries a higher risk premium and it gives you higher growth rate. So they get to see it, right? For now, we are early. Of course, we are early. And of course, let's enjoy to see all these Pokemon hanging out here together. It's beautiful to see, isn't it? So now you get to see the piece of the puzzle. Bitcoin, Nasdaq, tech, it's all intertwining. Where to from here? Well, if we knew the answer for sure, maybe it wouldn't give us such great upside. Okay. Remember, Bitcoin was like that at the start. Started as FU money. Now it's got the ETF. That's why everyone's kind of like getting the plan, right? The market probably has left you for it because now it knows, okay, you got to have a community. You got to be around a certain number of years. And now probably what everyone's going to try to do is like fix the parameters up so they can get included in the ETF and be incorporated to access all that money from the stock marketers, right? In the ETF money, just like the spot ETF. But for now, friends, I mean, it's very, very, very obvious. You can't deny this chart, right? Bitcoin was going up a lot, and now it's just slowing down. Where to from here? Well, we know, man. Where is the contrarian play? You know, it's crypto altcoins, the bull market speculation vehicles. That's what we're here for. Make sure you like, subscribe, catch you soon.